Rumors are intensifying day by day, and Memphis Depay is one of the biggest names that could potentially move this summer. I am recording this video before any official announcement, so if Barcelona have already revealed the signature of Memphis Depay, well, here you go. You get a brand new episode of Player Spotlight to open up the season and, let's say, kind of restart the content here on the channel. If you want to learn how Memphis Depay plays, how he compares to other footballers of La Liga, and how he could fit at his newest club, well then, buen provecho. Let's start. What's going on, guys? 𝗀𝘂𝘁𝗀𝗲, BugaLuis here, and welcome back to the channel. It's great having you back, honestly. It's been a month where I've dedicated a lot of work to other things that are not involved in YouTube. I've graduated from university, I've gotten my degree, so that's all perfect. That's incredible. That's just, I cannot believe that's actually happened. And I know it's gonna take us a little bit of a time to get back into the kind of rhythm of things. So if you wanna like this video, subscribe, share it with your friends, just so that they know that we are producing content once again for this newest season of football, then, well, do it. And I'll just let you enjoy, well, this player spotlight of Memphis Depay, which is a player that I very much enjoy, and I'm very much excited to see wearing Blaugrana colors. Memphis Depay is multifunctional by nature, both as a creator and also as a finisher. That is what makes him unique and allows him to play in an amount of different positions. The 27-year-old can play as a center forward, as a left winger, as an attacking midfielder, and the thing is that he can do it exceptionally well in all of them. In 40 club matches that he played last season, Depay contributed to 34 goals, that is 22 goals scored and 12 assisted. Furthermore, this isn't only about the stats. Depay was central to Lyon's attack, and his attacking intensity was second to none. He would usually drop in between the lines to collect the ball, and with his incredible dribbling skills, he created chances from almost nothing. Currently, at the moment of recording this video, the Euros are taking place, and here is where we can see the freedom that Depay has as a forward player. Because the Netherlands under Frank de Boer, which is different to Ronald Koeman, are playing a back 3 or a back 5, you could say, with two strikers, and Depay is occupying the kind of left-sided of the front two. With that position in mind, he's often mostly drifting to the left always, which leaves another position for a player centrally. In Barcelona, this could be very good on paper, because then Antoine Griezmann or Messi, that both like to occupy central areas, could not kind of overlap with the positions of someone like Memphis Depay. Depay started his professional career with PSV Eindhoven, where he was an integral part of the team, scoring 50 goals in 124 games for the club across all competitions. During his time at the club that season, he also won the Dutch Footballer of the Year, and his breakout performances also led him to become the best young player in the world in 2015 by France Football, which also led him to get a move to a bigger club in Manchester United in the June of 2015. His time at Old Trafford wasn't that good. Depay failed to make it a mark there in just 18 months before being sold by Jose Mourinho in the January of 2017. The Netherlands international arrived with high hopes in the summer of 2015, taking the number 7 shirt, as you remember from the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, David Beckham, Eric Cantona, you name them. Currently at Lyon, the Dutchman has sort of revitalized his career, I could say, and also empathically responded to the critics, becoming one of the best players in Ligue 1, I could say, and also leading the club to a dream UCL semi-final, where they eventually lost to champions Bayern Munich. Memphis Depay at his core is a very good footballer, and if you take him currently at 27 years of age, you find out that he's currently at his peak. You add that with a better surrounding cast of incredible footballers that you could find at Barcelona, and we could see a version of the Dutchman that potentially the world has not seen yet. And I believe that is something that many fans should be eager for. That is why now we're going to be taking a look at his style of play and what he could bring to Barcelona, and if that form, if that shape, if that version of the player could potentially actually appear. Last season under Rudi Garcia, Olympique de Lyon played in a 3-4-1-2 system, very similar to the last formation that Koeman played with Barcelona. You find yourself with Depay playing in the left forward position in a two-man front line, with the key of a fruitful season lying in the fact that Garcia gave him the freedom to play multiple roles. He would usually drift into the left and drop in between the lines, creating space for his strike partner with his exceptional movement. In addition to that, his intense physicality allowed him to contain the ball and help his teammates join the attack. The idea of his game was very simple. Whenever Depay drops off, one of the wingers goes into the middle in order to pin the defenders back. If the defenders follow Depay, then the wingers run in behind the space, and then the defenders have been vacated. If the defenders do not follow Depay, then he can create opportunities for his wingers while he makes late runs into the box. In some ways he's very similar to a false 9, but there is more even to his game. On the counterattacks, he can go in behind the defense and offer a long ball option rather than going short. His acceleration is enough to put defenders off despite not being very fast on more than 15 meters. Another very key aspect of Depay's game, and something that has really caught my eye, is that when you take a look at how Depay plays even through the left wing, he has the ability to hold up the ball and shield it from opposition defenders. He has 32 layups this season, which is up there with some of the best strikers in the world. We're talking about 𝗯𝗪𝗁, Suarez, 𝗍𝗓𝗍, and even Harry Kane. These are top players that are able to hold up the ball and then pivot and let it pass to another player. They're both very good on the box, but also creators, and let the team play better. That is something that Barcelona lacked with the absence of Suarez, and maybe with the incorporation of Depay, they could be even better. Standing at 5'9", his aerial game isn't really something to write home about, but it's still surprising to find that he has 5 goals from headers this season. While he is a decent dribbler, he also loses the ball a lot, and this is something that I know a lot of Barcelona fans will potentially not really like. Some of it can be excused because he has been the focal point for Lyon. Keep that in mind, he has only had 50% take on completions this season compared to Dembele's, for instance, 60% or Messi 62%, which of course is less. But off the ball, we also have to encourage the fans to know that he is perhaps one of the laziest players I have ever seen. His pressuring game is non-existent, and I cannot remember one time he's ever tracked back, thus being a huge liability when not in possession. Moving on to the strengths and weaknesses of the player, I would like to start off by taking a look at the most crucial metric that we expect from a forward, and that is his goal contribution. Depay is synonymous with being a genuine goal threat, and that is excellent news. He has a goal contribution of 0.90 per 90 minutes, along with an expected goal contributions of 0.58. That means that his goals and contributions most of the time are being used very wisely. This is better than players like 𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓 and Ben Yedder in Ligue 1, and in La Liga, it's some of the best, just being behind, well, Lionel Messi. However, the thing that you need to know about Depay is that not only he scores plenty of goals and assists them, but he uses his chances more wisely. In fact, he scores 0.7 goals per 90 minutes, which means that he scores more than 2 goals in 3 matches on average. Looking at his expected goals, he scores twice more goals than he's expected to. Not even Messi is keeping up with those numbers. His genius in creating spaces and excellence in the ball control is mixed with terrifying dribbling that makes a defender's nightmare. It really is out of this world. Time after time, we saw him gliding past defenders with ease in the Champions League. His mesmerizing step-overs are incredibly smooth and are used consistently to embarrass the opponents on the counterattacks. The 50% success rate in dribbling last year confirms how deadly he is whenever he was on the ball. This is something that Barcelona has been lacking. The only tool that Barcelona has in that squad to bypass a player are Dembele and Messi. That's it. By comparison, if you take this stat to La Liga, it's actually not that good. Depay is better than players like Fabián Orellana and Darwin Machís, but if you go in depth, you find out that people like Messi, even Vinicius Jr. are getting better numbers. This could be potentially in Ligue 1 that you see more teams park the bus, and that is something worrying because moving to Barcelona, that is something that won't really change. You're playing against one of the best teams in the world here, and most of your opposition you're expecting to kind of just really sit back in defense. So Depay will need to improve in this skill set, I would say, to be as effective as he is currently in Ligue 1. Out of Depay, 13.5 offensive actions per 90, 7 are successful. Compared to Messi, this is a very good statistic. By increasing his attacking actions per 90 minutes, Depay could get even more dangerous in La Liga, and better players around him will certainly improve this stat as well. Yet guys, there's one more strength that I need to mention to you, and that is that Depay is a volume shooter. In other words, Memphis Depay is a player that likes to finish chances. With this, what I mean is that he would rather shoot find a goal kick, find a corner, get a penalty, do something instead of seeing a counterattack. This is a very particular stat that is actually good to see in a team like Barcelona, a team that struggles to recall back in a defensive setup for a counter. This will be just, I believe, a very good thing to see for this team, because you will find yourself in certain ample of situations where Depay will try to finish with something, with a long-range effort, and that is something also that has been missing to this team. A player that is capable to shoot from outside the box and is not afraid to take a chance, afraid to take an opportunity and see what happens. Most of the time it's just 𝗯cie that has the confidence to do that, but Depay here can be a different asset that can try that. On the side of the weaknesses, we have to mention that Depay doesn't really like to defend. He's a forward that doesn't really pressure that much and is not good when it comes to narrowing the spaces from the front line. As someone famously said, the front line is the first line of defense, and Depay doesn't really seem to believe that. In a possession-style team like Barcelona, you need your forwards to be contributing every single minute, and potentially Koeman and his relationship with the player can get something good out of it, but I'm not really backing that relationship to take us all the way. I would love for Ronald Koeman to really get something out of Depay in these defensive contributions, because, well, we're gonna need someone else here, because if Agüero 32 ain't gonna do that, well, imagine here Depay at 27. He ain't gonna have the luxury. And well guys, now moving to the present and beyond, well, Memphis Depay actually I do believe could be a good replacement to Luis Suarez. Not particularly in being the same player and a player that could take and fill the boots and kind of just rewrite the same legacy. No, but a player that could occupy his position for now. And mixed with Sergio Agüero, we could find a perfect combination of just which player do we need for each particular match. Compared to 𝗓𝘂𝘁𝗶𝗲, Depay provides more goals but fewer assists. This is surprising as Depay plays more as a playmaker and Suarez is an out-and-out striker, but looking at the statistics, well, it gives you a clearer picture. Memphis provides more successful dribbles, plays more passes into the box, and is more successful in the pressing system. On the other hand, Suarez has more ball contacts within the opponent's box. The pros are in his ability to hold up the ball, his technical ability to create through balls, while also offering a threat on the counter. The cons are his off-the-ball movement and his wasteful tendencies when in possession and the lack of an aerial game. Another con is in fact that while he can shield the ball well, it doesn't mean that he can play as a pure striker. Shielding the ball well is just one part of being a good number 9. The same logic forced Rooney to play as a midfielder just because he could ping the ball from 40 meters. And let me tell you that Depay here won't really take the same structure, the same style of game as to what Suarez did at Barcelona. Lastly, in Lyon, Depay was the main man. He was used to always have the ball and is used to everyone always searching for him. I do not think that he would thrive with getting the ball much less than he's used to. It's the same thing that could potentially happen to Coutinho and Griezmann. Both have had difficulties in transitioning from being the most important player in the team to just another part of the machinery. Like I already said at the start of this video, considering Depay is 27 years of age, instead of going for a big money signing like Lautaro Martinez or Erling Haaland, for the foreseeable future, just signing Memphis Depay could be a very good deal for an affordable fee of absolutely zero and just paying his wages. We could see a player that could give Barcelona fruitful moments for the time to come. And the most important thing I believe is that the relationship that he has with the manager already. Koeman knows how to get the best out of Memphis Depay, and if you're getting a player that could potentially help our manager for absolutely nothing, then I think it's a win in my book. At Barcelona, Depay would be an absolute deadly player. If they change the formation to a 4-3-3, I think in this system Depay could thrive as a false 9 or even as a left winger, allowing 𝗯cie and Griezmann to play off him. Moreover, it's not like we're having a crisis at the forward lines. Depay to Barcelona won't be a disastrous signing by any means, because simply there is no price tag. Whatever goes wrong, Barcelona can just make a profit. So yes, Depay is a player which Barcelona could use. That's gonna be everything for right now, guys. Hope you have enjoyed. Be sure to let me know in the comment box down below who do you want to see next, and also if you like this video, subscribe, and if you learn anything new, well, like it. Yeah, that's it. See you in the next one. Take care. Ciao, ciao.